Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Gaslands TV. My name is Vince Luca, and these are the cars I'm going to be doing today. So I got a few cars that I wanted to do that have kind of like a face to them, or like a skullish kind of thing. So there's this one here. It has like windows shaped like an eye. This one has some kind of like mummy face to it, and this is obviously a skull, glow in the dark. And this one has a little goblin-looking thing in the front here with some hands. And in the back here, in the jet here, I'm gonna probably put 3D printed flames. If you're looking for these flames, I sell them on my Etsy page, and I think that's gonna look pretty cool there. So let's start by opening up the Hot Wheels so that they're easier to prime. And to do that, you gotta drill these rivets out. I like to use a smaller bit first to make a hole, and it's gonna help guide the bigger one. Now, I got lucky here because these are plastic. And two things I should warn you about is don't hold your Hot Wheel like I'm doing when drilling, because that's not safe at all. And another thing is to go really slow with the drill. Try not to spin it super fast. Now, when you did a smaller drill like this, then you could use the bigger drill here to clean out the rivet. Again, this is plastic, so very easy to do. When they're metal, it's more of a nuisance and an annoyance. If you're a young person watching this video, don't drill. Ask your parents to do it for you. If you can, avoid drilling. So now I open this one, and I'm gonna start putting some mods on these cars. Now you could use this bread clip to do a wing. So I'll show you if you cut it in half here, and then you have these parts here. Now the arm is too big for the wing, so I'm gonna cut that like so, and that's gonna create the things that hold the wing up. So like that, and then you're just gonna glue them like so. And you got yourself a quick homemade wing for your car. Now, for inside the window, I like to use this. It's a sandpaper used for drywall, so drywall sandpaper. You could find this at the hardware store or probably online, and they have different textures to them, like different numbers, so they could be like really dirty and gritty, or nice and clean. So I like this one. It's a bit dirty, so it looks good. Now I got a 3D printed engine here as well. I'm gonna add here, but because the hood is a bit roundish, I'm gonna file it down and make that a bit more flat so that the engine could stick up on that easily. For the front of the car here, I want to add this little face here. Reminds me of that clown face in the Overdrive, if you guys watch that movie. But this is where I got it. I got it from this miniature here. I like to go to my local game shop and ask the owner or whoever's working there if they could give me deals on miniatures that they don't sell really well. I mean, you could ask them to give you a good deal if you buy a lot, and you could find some pretty interesting parts in there that you could use on your cars. So especially if they're like older games like Malifaux or things that don't sell really well. Before I glue anything, I always like to put it on and make sure that it looks good. So the wing there looks pretty good, the engine, everything looks okay. And I think I'm going to put this gun here that I also got printed, and I'm going to probably put it on top like that in front of the wing. The wing is a bit high, but I think it's pretty cool. Looks good. It gave a bit of a beefier look to the car. The tires too, I think I'm going to change these tires. Some of the Hot Wheel tires are too slick. For Gaslands, I like more tires that have like some kind of thread on them or more realistic look to them. Again, you could buy all of those on my Etsy page in the description of the video. So I'm going to put a gun on top of this hole here, cover it up. 3D printed as well. Now, if you don't have a 3D printer, you don't have 3D printer guns or whatever, you could use, I like to use these as well. They're basically headphones, and just remove the speaker inside them, cut the wire, and it does for a pretty cool like cannon looking thing. You could add a Q-tip tube to it to give it a muzzle. Gonna put some of these guns on this one here, and these tires too. I don't like these tires, so I'm gonna probably change them for these ones that have a bit of a more of a realistic look to them with some threads and some mags, or maybe these ones with some spikes. These are also 3D printed. But yeah, I think before I glue everything, I'm gonna leave it at that. And now for this one, I'm not sure if I'm going to remove that green part inside. I kind of like the green inside because it's more of a like ghost looking thing. With a file, I'm going to remove some of these tacky decals on it, make it look a bit more realistic, more bony, and maybe change the tires for these things. I'm not sure. I'll see at the end which tires I'm going to put on all of these cars. I was gonna put a cannon here, but it's too big and it's round, so decided to put a little gun here coming out of the eye. A little more, less is more kind of thing, right? So that's gonna look pretty good. And on top of these tires, I glued some of these button pins that you could find at fabric shops, or even at Walmart. You might find these. I think they're used to put buttons together in if you go in the sewing kit area. Actually, if you know someone that has a sewing kit, you could always go rummage in there and you might find some of these, and they do for really good mags. Now for these holes up here, I'm pretty sure there's something we could do. So I'm gonna drill a hole here. You guys probably guessed already what I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna add to these. And it's toothpicks. Make it a nice spike, maybe all along here. Or if you want, you could even make pipes. So if you cut in diagonal here, a Q-tip, you get something that kind of looks like a pipe, an exhaust, and you could put some of those. You could do the whole row like that, make it look like a giant engine with a bunch of exhaust coming out, or you could mix it up. Put maybe one exhaust and a bunch of Q-tips. Now I'm going to fast forward here a little bit. What I did is I primed them in white. I did everything that was supposed to be silver in silver. And then I dry brushed some lime green on some of the edges. So I'm going to outline the edge with more of the lime green here. It's kind of like a fade that I wanted to do with the green going into the white. I apologize if you did want to see that footage. I'll be honest with you, I taped over it by accident. My brother had an audition for Ubisoft, and I taped that for him, and for motion capture, and I taped over it. So sorry, guys. But I mean, it's not super complicated. Just dry brush some green on top of a white primered car, and it's gonna give you that look. Now I used some forest green here to do some outlines. It's the first time I do this type of outline work, so don't judge too harshly, but I think it looks good. If you guys want to outline some of your dry brush, and it looks pretty good. Now the skull car I didn't prime, and it's glow in the dark white, so I'm gonna keep it like that. And whatever I painted silver, I'm gonna pass over with a wash. Now for some reason the wash removed some of the silver paint here. I don't know why. So if anybody knows, just let me know in the comments. Let the others know in the comments why a wash would remove some paint when applied. But yeah, so for the tires, I'm gonna use just regular black and paint the tires black here. I'm also gonna do the grill of the bumpers in black. and the tip of the engine's exhausts, or even the tip maybe of guns and stuff. Since the black paint is out, might as well do whatever needs to be done in black. Maybe some of the engine details you could also add, some dots here or whatever. And yeah, so that looks pretty good. Now, once the tires are done and the black is done, I'm gonna probably do the tips of the exhausts and the tips of the guns in a ionized way, or iodinized. I don't know what it's called. I hate that word. But it usually involves metallic purple and metallic blue. I'll show you what I mean by ionizing these things. So put a bit of purple here on the edge of the pipes, metallic purple. And once I've done all of the tips of the guns and all the tips of the exhausts and everything, I forgot this big gun here, so you'll see it one more time. Just try to make a straight line of purple and then add a smaller line of blue at the tip, and that's gonna look like that burnt metal look, right? I don't even know if that happens at the edge of guns, but whatever, looks badass. But at the tip of exhaust, it happens for sure, right? Now there's some bottles here. They look like NOS bottles, so I'm going to paint them blue, metallic blue, since I got my metallic blue out. And I think these tires are going to look good on this one. Now for this one, I have this tire here, but if you reverse these tires, they actually look pretty good as well. So instead of putting it on the mag side out, you could put it on the mag side in. And I'm going to show you the green I actually used is this mecha color here. My friend Marco gave me these, and he does Gundams, and he said, oh, you should try this, it's pretty fluorescent, could be cool. So he gave me some of this, and I'm doing the bottom of the car here. A lot of it won't show, but I just like to put some of this green at the bottom, because there will be, if you can see here, there will be a little gap between the bottom part of the car and the top, and you can actually see a bit of the neon in there. So that looks pretty good. And sometimes you think something won't show, but it will. Now for the tires, I'm gonna glue the tires here, and for the mags, I like to use a Sharpie. It does the job. It's quick, it's easy. If you're not too steady with your hands, Sharpies really help. I mean, I should probably get a thin Sharpie. This is a fat one, but if you can get thin Sharpies, they're pretty useful, especially the silver one. So the mag is done there. Did the mags on this car. Again, these are all Sharpie. Didn't use any silver paint for the tires. And now for some dirtying of the tires, some weathering of the tires, make it look like they drove on some sand. So what I like to do is put some water on my brush, make it a wet brush, and then take a bit of brown paint and make it like super liquidy. Almost turn it into a wash that you then just put on your tires to dirty up the tires. And they're barely visible, and they're gonna dry even less. And because it's a wash, it's easy to wipe out. If you put too much, you could just use your brush to remove some. And it works on most tires that have threads. I don't know if it works on slick tires, but it does a nice job of getting these things dirty. And if you want, you could dirty up the front of the car and the front of the engine here, maybe where some sand and dust blew over. Not too much, just enough. And if your tires are spinning, so these are flat tires, and it looks pretty good too on flat tires. So yeah, you could use that. Now I was pretty happy with these. I wasn't sure if I wanted to damage them or rust them. Kind of like them like this, nice and clean, but for the video, I'll show you how to rust. Now with some dry rust effect, just put some wherever you want to put some rust. This is obviously the easiest and most simplest way of doing rust. I'm sure there's more complex methods of doing it. And if you guys have been watching me from the beginning, you know that I don't know when to stop when I'm putting rust. So I try to limit myself to 3 spots per side. And so that's what I tried to do here. Just 3 different areas. I just put a bit of that dry rust effect. I'm using a bigger brush here. It makes it a bit more random. And then with just some regular brown, I'm gonna put some where the rust starts, and maybe some here underneath the gun. There's probably some rust over there. And here there's probably some water that pools, right? Like when it's raining or whatever, from those spikes, it just comes down those spikes and pools at the bottom. So I'm gonna rust that up. And gonna do the other side here. A little bit of brown there. And here I'm going to add again some brown where there's the rust. It does a nice little rust effect. And that's what the final cars look like. Hope you learned something. If not, enjoyed the video. And now I'm going to be showcasing some of the cars that were entered for our monthly giveaway for November. This truck is really cool. I don't know what it's got in the back there, but it looks like it makes it go really fast. And it's been hijacked by tentacles and it glows in the dark. It has some black light effects. Got this Gaslands TV van that was entered. Some equipment and a whole team here. Equipment van. Tron looking car. Really nice outlines there. This guy keeps entering, man. I'm sorry, buddy. Just keep entering that car. Hopefully you'll win one day. This is a really cool fade. Love it. These are interesting colors. And I mean, I'm always super impressed with a lot of the work. Like, how do you write Goodyear on those tires, dude? That's insane. This is one of my favorite pieces of work. That truck is super cool. And these window reflections, guys, on this car. Really cool. Very nice. And the winner this month is Lauren Gatsky. I hope I didn't kill your name, but that's how I say it, Lauren Gatsky. And I just wanted to mention these guys. Really cool. So thanks for entering. If you guys need anything Gaslands related, go to my Etsy page. It supports the channel. It supports the people designing these 3D items. It supports the people printing them. It's a whole team back here. It's not just me. And you'll be supporting all of the people behind these. You get containers full of guns and rams and stuff. So make sure to join us on Facebook for our monthly giveaway and cool discussions. We're also on Instagram, so follow us at Gaslands TV. And stay tuned for some crazy Hot Wheel track stuff. Yep, I'm going to be using some Hot Wheels tracks, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.